Hello and welcome back to another Music for Youth interview.
My name's Abby, and today I'm joined by LDEEA, who is an aspiring young musician who was one of our young presenters at our national festival in July. Hey, how are you?
Hi, I'm good, thank you. Thank you for having me.
That's okay. Thank you for coming. So, to start off with, can you tell me a little bit about yourself and your background and how you got into music?
Yes, so as you said, my name is Eldia. I'm a singer-songwriter, presenter, and also an aspiring music producer and sound engineer. So there's quite a few things that I'm dabbling in at the moment. But the first time that I knew I wanted to do music was actually when I was 11 years old and I sang a cover of New York by Alicia Keys. And I think at that moment, just the connection and the passion that I felt for that song, I was like, I want to feel like this all the time. I have such a strong connection to music, and this is what I want to do for the rest of my life. So between music and dabbling with fashion and art, I came to the conclusion that music was the main thing that I really want to focus on, and then dabble into like other creative mediums after that. But I've always been around a lot of music, so my family's very musical. My dad was a singer, producer, and my sisters, we all used to sing harmonies together when growing up and perform together. So I've always had that musical influence around me, which has really helped me develop as an artist and develop who I am today.
So nice. So, what's your favorite thing about creating music then?
Um, the way it makes you feel, I think it's such a beautiful outlet. And I'm so grateful that I have found my medium that whenever I'm upset or whenever I'm passionate about something, I can use it to just express all of my emotions. And the reason I want to create music is because I want to create what will help people when they're going through like a hard time. They can just listen to my song, and I like to say it's either going to be a light bulb moment, so it's either going to really inspire them, or it's going to be a comfort blanket when they just really need that extra comfort, that extra love. And for me, music is just all about emotions, feelings, and healing.
Definitely. I feel like a lot of people use music to show their true emotions and how they're feeling. So, you're a singer-songwriter, like you said, but have you played any instruments? Do you have a favorite instrument?
So, funny fact, I used to play viola when I was in high school and primary school because I just thought, do you know what? I want to play like one of the most like unpopular instruments. And I found out viola was like one of the most unpopular instruments because I just want to be different. I was like that. I don't know why. Um, and but it didn't last long. I did love the viola, but I wish I stuck to it. And I think maybe if I picked it up today and was like, do you know what, let's get back on it, I'd probably have a lot more passion for it because I'm older. Um, but yeah, one of my goals is to definitely learn to play more instruments. I am really loving the drums at the moment. I really want to learn. I just love percussion so much where it's got to the point I need to be able to play it myself now.
Viola and drums are very different instruments.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. So our listeners may not know this, but for all of our events, our national festival, our prom, and our regional events, we recruit a variety of non-performance roles to help out our actual Music for Youth staff at the event, such as backstage coordinators, mentors, and young presenters. So you were a young presenter at the national festival in July, but did you know about Music for Youth before you applied for the role?
I think I'd seen some posts by Music for Youth or seen a little bit of a buzz online just because I
Mhm.
know quite a few like music organisations and just like to keep tabs and see if there's like any opportunities going around. But I didn't know um, a lot of like information about Music for Youth, no.
Okay, so what made you want to apply for the role then?
So, a friend of mine and a work colleague basically posted the link in a group chat, and anything with music on, I'm like, yeah, I need to see what that's about. And I saw like all the orchestras on the website, um, and started reading more into what Music for Youth are about. And I just really loved what you guys do and the opportunities that you give to young people. And that was something that I definitely wanted to be involved in. And the fact that I could be involved in a way that was developing my presenting was amazing, because as much as I love singing and songwriting, I also love presenting, because with both of them, I love live performance overall. And presenting and singing live are very similar, as you're connecting to a crowd and you are really in control of the energy and the atmosphere in that moment. So anything that has live involved in it is definitely a bit of me.
Perfect. So you presented with both of our professionals, Samaya and Robin. How were they? Did they give you any presenting tips or anything like that?
Yes, they were both amazing. Like, it was such an amazing opportunity to meet both of them and just get to soak in all their experience and knowledge like a sponge, and hear more lingo as well. So I find wherever you are, it could be like even on the train, like you can always learn something. And obviously here was the perfect place to just learn so much presenting knowledge. And they were giving me so much feedback, so many different tips. So I was really grateful for the opportunity to present alongside them.
Great. So what was your favorite part of the event overall?
Ooh, that's hard. Honestly, the whole weekend was amazing. It really was. I think just stepping out onto like the symphony hall floor and just looking at the whole venue, just as a performer, as a presenter, you know, as an audience member, it's such a stunning venue, and it really is like a in awe moment when you look around and you see how huge it is, how big the stage is, the architecture as well. So I think just being in that venue and taking it all in was my favourite moment of the weekend.
Fabulous. Okay. So were there any performances you watched that stood out to you? Do you remember the school or the group name?
Do you know what? I can't remember the group names, but there were two performances that really stood out to me. There was one, it was a group of girls with beautiful voices, amazing harmonies, and they were an a cappella group. And their compositions, their arrangements were just absolutely stunning. You'd listen, it was like listening to all these angels singing on the stage. And the second one was a group, and I believe this was all girls as well. So we love the girl
Female
empowerment.
empowerment.
But they were also amazing. It was a choir, and they were very young as well. I think they were from primary school, and they did this tribute piece to Ukraine and what's going on in Ukraine at the moment. And it was so beautiful. It was bringing everyone in the audience and us to tears. And the way they just orchestrated it, they had this beautiful flower ceremony embedded into the performance. It was just an absolutely stunning emotional piece. And I think that's what music's about for me. It's just about that emotional connection. And I could definitely feel that with both of those performances.
I agree so much. So on the Saturday, we hosted our industry day, and you rejigged your schedule a little bit so you could benefit from going to the industry day. So, what did you attend? What did you learn? Who did you speak to?
I did. Yeah, I'm very grateful for the opportunity and thankful to Music for Youth for being able to go to that industry day, because wow, it was absolutely amazing. The names, the knowledge, the expertise in those sessions was so great, especially for me as an up and coming artist. I got to speak to the head of Amazon Music, and she was truly inspiring. She gave me so many amazing tips, and just hearing her experience in the industry, and when I was breaking down what I've been doing within the music industry and listening carefully to have her advice, I was just grateful to be able to have that moment with her, especially with someone who has so much experience in what I'm trying to pursue at the moment. Also, the session with TikTok was also amazing. I think TikTok is a very interesting platform, and something as artists that we are having to watch at the moment, because you've got all this talent just blowing up like that with all these different algorithms. So if you are trying to make it big or develop yourself or get your music out to the masses, looking at all these different social media platforms, the infrastructure, how they work is really helpful. So being able to get those top tips from TikTok was absolutely amazing as well.
Definitely agree with you there. TikTok was probably my favorite one. Um, so as you're an upcoming artist, you've benefited from our industry day. Do you think other artists would benefit if we held more events like that in the future?
Absolutely, absolutely. Like I could say that 5 million times. Um, it was honestly one of the best industry days I have ever been to, and I've been to a lot of networking and industry events. As an up and coming artist, you find yourself going to a lot of these different things, and just the people in the room and the energy in the room. It was just such a comfortable, safe environment, which really was just about helping people grow and learn. And I think that is really important when it comes to an industry and networking day. So that alone is just one reason why people should come. And then also the talent and the expertise, just being like that cherry on the top, 100% people should come to the next industry day.
That's good to hear. So would you come and work for another Music for Youth event in the future?
Absolutely. I had such an amazing time that weekend. And I'm very big on good energy and just the way I felt during that weekend. I felt so happy. The people that I was working around and working with were just such beautiful souls. So I would definitely love to work with Music for Youth in the future.
Good. Okay, so tell us a bit about what you're doing now. Has working at our national festival given you any hints or ideas to help you out with your future plans?
Yes, I think just the getting more experience presenting in different venues, especially on such big stages, and
Yeah.
also the way these events operated was so good for me to experience and take into future things that I'm doing now. So, right off the back of that, I then presented the Soundbank Music Industry Showcase. So,
Oh,
they had a
wow.
2-day event. And I presented there, which was pretty cool, and also performed. So that was nice, as I got to fuse the two things that I love in one event. And just having the experience and developing myself at the Music for Youth events really helped me just go for the opportunity when it came to the Sound Bank. And I've also got a festival coming up. So I'm performing at the Titan Festival on Sunday, and that is big thanks to Access All Areas. So they gave me the opportunity. They're working with a few of us artists and artist development program. So I'm definitely grateful to them as well. But my confidence and all the skills that I got to really develop at the Music for Youth event definitely contributed to all these different opportunities. I find with anything that I do, there's just so much that I learn and information that I soak in that I can just put into all the other adventures that I embark on.
That's amazing. So you've definitely got a busy few weeks ahead of you and you've had a busy summer.
Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you so much for joining us. We've really appreciated having you on. Before you go, do you want to let us know how we can follow you and keep up with your music?
Yeah, so on all social media, my handle is LDEEA Music, and that is spelt LDEEA Music.
Cool. Thank you very much. We will, of course, tag you as well so people can find you that way. But yeah, thank you for joining us. We hope you have a fab weekend at the festival and we will see you soon.
Thank you. Thank you for having
Thanks.
me.
See you later.
Bye.